everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters after a 2-week hiatus. I am Dungeon Master Michael, and this is the D&D campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming.
Lich, please.
Oh my gosh.
I was just trying to figure out what in the car inflatable arm thing was going on there for a
Whack and wave
second.
inflatable arm flailing tube man.
We're getting ourselves pumped up.
We're selling used cars.
We have an exciting session in store for you tonight, I hope. And but before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you'll be using at your tables at home. For more information, you can use the really nifty little Twitch chat command, !midnight, for a direct link to midnightsyndicate.com, midnightsyndicate.com, or !midnight in our Twitch chat. You can also go to YouTube to watch your music videos, Spotify to listen to their music, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now.
Hey Alexa.
Anyway, so there's that. And what else we got?
Welcome back up to the break.
Yes.
We are tanned. We've
Some
been
of us.
bitten by mosquitoes. And
Some
summered
of us.
out, rained on.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
it's a
I don't think
whole thing.
anything else interesting in the world has happened since then. I'm pretty sure all public events have been pretty calm and everyone's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, everything. Well, most people are okay.
Yeah, most people are okay. You know.
I'm
Indeed.
okay. I'm most people.
Also, we have
Let's
really
play
cool
D&D.
artwork. Like, we have really cool artwork, everybody. Artwork was created by our very own Jeremiah, who is a great artist. And guess what? You can commission him by joining our Discord, or you can message him on Instagram. But it's a lot easier just to join the Discord, which is lichsouls.com/discord to go. And, you know, so on, so forth, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, that's all I got. I think that's all the announcements I got.
Don't snap on snack.
Step on me, daddy.
Whoa.
Oh gosh.
Anyway,
Happily.
grab your drinks, grab your snacks, relax. As we
Grab your
welcome
drinks,
you
grab
to
your
our
snacks,
table,
relax.
and we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week and his very own words is none other than Jeremiah, who is Aspen in our campaign.
The fight was taxing, killing both Revelor and Galder, as well as several of my people who were helping my mother with the ritual. But with the force of our will and wit, we prevailed and rid the world of the disease known as Beldanea, freeing my home and shaving the coven down to the last member. My land was restored to most of its former glory and vibrancy, but with a great tree, a husk, in the middle of the lands, and a new sapling ready to use said husk as fuel for growth. I was finally able, after what felt like an eternity, to hold my previously petrified family once more while they had life and movement in their bodies. I'm greatly happy for this. My father was able to help us with the loss of Revelor, but unfortunately, Galder's soul had already been claimed for millennia due to the pact he made in the Hells. I lay here in my own bed, happy with the heights we've reached and the goals we've accomplished, but ever aware of what was lost and what still needs to be done. There is still a void in my family that needs to be filled. There is still turmoil in the plains, and there is still a hungering wildfire that needs to be snuffed out. But I need not worry if we can do it, because destiny has her eye on us.
Thank you so much, Jeremiah. So, where we left off, I believe you all were settling in for the night. You were told that there was a more knowledge as to that pertains to your journey as you can continue on. In the place where Beldanea was originally released. However, you decide that with your incredibly weakened state, that is probably best if you go to bed for the night and then journey on this tomorrow, and then head back home to your keep in order to prepare for the fight to come. So, is there anything that anybody would like to do prior to taking a long rest that you have not done already?
I think we just finished all the drama of putting Mordecai's wand inside of a bag of holding, which I think is the last thing we did.
Yeah, I don't get to touch my rod tonight, unfortunately.
And we were, I think, sharing a drink in Calder's honor, but I think that's how we finished off last week.
Yeah, passing out really drunk.
Well,
you might not
drink.
You might not be able to touch your wand, but I hear Aspen's family has a void need filling, so. Hey, I'm always here to fill the hole.
Oh,
In his heart.
Oh, just please. I mean, can we have a peaceful moment to mourn our friend one last time without whatever kind of jokes you're all making?
But they all could be in his name. Good joke. Laugh along, my friends.
All right.
Have another round.
We'll have a swath of wand jokes in Golda's honor.
You really think he would want us to act like all sad on his behalf, or
No.
be ourselves? Exactly.
No.
So.
It's okay. We'll see him in 1,000 years when you're all dead and I'm still here. Have a drink to that.
Hey, speak for yourself. I could still be around. Nah, I probably won't.
Talk about yourself. I will find infinity too in my life.
You just have to have your soul taken and be brought back in a half-living state.
Nah, I will make out with space elves and just live forever.
I don't think that's how that works, but, to each their own.
I will make it work.
You're just a passing fling for them, I think.
He's just the hot thing on the block currently.
He's a sparkle of joy for their thousands of years of eternal life.
Well, then I just have to be a hot comment that comes on once.
Wow. This is not how I thought we were going to end this night.
No, you were questioning stuff, so...
To the burning passion Galder left in our hearts. And in
Da.
other spots.
Into.
And burning passions are why you don't touch wands together, everybody.
Or spell
So
books.
with that, you may all mark your character sheets for a long rest. If your health point maximum was reduced, which all of your health point maximums were in fact reduced, you can revert those back. Except for Jeremiah, I believe, because he is immune to poison effects or other things. So
Ding ding.
Bruh. Nah, it's the interface.
Can you see I have it open? There it is. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July.
So
Yeah.
you wake up the next morning, once everybody's healths are reset the way they should be. You wake up the next morning to a very pleasant breakfast being prepared by Aspen's family. It is all plant-based, so you have some berries that have been kind of like mashed into this kind of jam, which is rather a pureed in many ways. And some bread that's freshly baked. All of it seems to coincide with the state of the plane, which, by the way, Aspen's home, once again, just to remind everybody, went from this barren, gray stone wasteland to full of life. Basically, nothing is rotted from how it was, because it was petrified in its current state, just to be restored back to its original state. Makes sense? So as you all come downstairs, Aston's mother looks at you. I see that you're all awake. I would hope that this food sustains you for your day. Where are you off to next?
Well, we have to go to the temple. We still have information to seek out.
Right. Well, I wish you well on your journey.
Yeah, спасибо. Good that you're back, living and stuff.
Have they not brought back Uncle yet?
We're having trouble finding him.
All right. Maybe we'll run into him on our way to the temple.
So are you all heading out?
I suppose we are.
Yeah, we have our nice vegetarian breakfast and
Wrap on our stuff, get some replenish our rations after a while traveling without. And
I would say that you all can each get 7 days worth of rations added to your inventories for this.
nice.
How kind.
I know.
Very good.
I'm a really nice DM. Just remember that next time your character's gasping for air on the ground as they bleed out.
Mm.
I'm happily putting them inside. To all the other 13 rations I still have.
stingy Budak.
I did. Pushed update, it did it.
So, everyone, as we, you, is there anything that you'd like to talk about or discuss while you're heading into the forest?
I'd say Zul spends a lot of that time in quiet contemplation, to be honest. He's listening to the birds, get the sway of the trees, thinking a lot about his home. This is hot, very comfortable here. It's like my home.
Mordecai is going to spend a lot of time in thought about the events that transpired and his wand ending up in the bag of holding and possible consequences for his actions up to this point.
At one point, Zul stops, looks around, looks at the group with a smile on his face. We did this.
Yes. This is the one thing I can say for sure that we did that I have no regrets.
Took us this long to do one thing right.
Well, it's important.
There is more also, but each time we lose someone. It could be more will die before we are done. But each time we keep going. Magus, you are wrong. If I fall, I know you will continue. Thank you all.
Yes. I'm thankful for everyone who's joined to help the three of you who've lingered so long on this journey.
It's been a long time.
Almost two of us. And I could have pat Revelor firmly on the chest wherever it is he got his fatal wound.
It's still a little tender.
Good to know you are still real, So we keep going.
You don't see the girl anymore, Revelo.
Upon asking that
No.
question,
Oh, god damn it.
you come into a clearing. The forest has kind of thinned out at this point. Outside there are these 5 totems kind of formed in a semicircle. And one of them, the shortest one, is similar. And when I say totems, these are about 10-foot tall, wood carved from a single tree. Each one. There was 5 trees that were planted in a circle, and they were carved into the tree. Almost, you've seen the Rings of Power. You know what I'm talking about when they're, But one of them resembles the girl, Death, as you now know her as. And you also, as you're examining these, they're kind of overgrown with moss and vines, but Destiny is there as well. And then you see Time at the center of all 5 of them.
Huh.
And as you continue to venture up to this area, there is a stone circle with primordial runes inscribed across of it, and it has the depictions of many of the celestial patterns that you may have recognized in the sky as Astra talked about them. Aspen, you would know that in its center there is a pedestal that can be pressed down, and it would reveal the staircase leading down into the temple.
Aspen would step up to the pedestal and do so.
I am so happy that you did that, because I get
He
to do,
lied.
I get to do.
Should have left it alone.
I no. I get to do this.
Mm-mm.
The sound effect.
Gee, how did
Been
you
a
use
while.
that sound effect, Michael?
It's a stone. It's an Arcade Forge anyway. The staircase lowers step by step in a spiral pattern, allowing you all to venture down. And as you kind of walk down, these small crystals kind of built in alcoves in the wall illuminate one by one. Simply as you pass them, as you continue along the path, they dim behind you, as if detecting your motion by some sort. And as you get into venture, you come into this antechamber where there was a central stone pedestal, where it's now overgrown. Whatever strong tree roots that have been around have far grown down deep into the earth and found their way through the cracks of the stone structure, kind of creating this webbing across the ceiling, and that allows for other things to make this their home as well, other things of life. And there is on the ground, this pedestal, a shattered glass receptacle that you can believe once held Beldanea when Aspen first encountered her.
Aspen will walk up to the pedestal and kind of just like wipe his hand across the top of it, and, like look at the dust. This is the epicenter.
This is
Now?
Sorry.
Yeah, and now that's my point. I don't know.
We're to keep moving. There's apparently more that I didn't see past this pedestal.
I assume that this was a little distracting.
Yes,
You
it's
know-
not every day that you run into a floating spore that could speak to your mind.
Did you know what had happened when you broke the vessel?
I knew that I changed, and it didn't seem like much happened for a while, but as I've mentioned in the past, everything slowly started being destroyed. Progressively, slowly, not at the rate in which you saw.
Yes. Infection is often hard to see at the beginning.
That's how mushrooms work. Well, good that we got rid of that stuff.
I guess we haven't asked it yet, but Aspen, how are you? You were cursed with this. Now it's gone?
Well, whatever piece of Beltanea that occupied my body has long changed into myself. It's not her anymore.
When Aspen says these words, from the central pedestal in the room, a singular, about fist-sized purple orb will rise up from the stone. Almost like a will-o-wisp. It'll just kind of like bobble there for a moment, and they'll fly past all of you to the wall opposite from the entrance of this chamber into a moss-covered stone structure. And upon it going to the center of this, you'll see these runes begin to spark to life, glow in the same purple color. The moss will just fall away at the reawakening of the stone carved structure, and it will open up to reveal another doorway.
Would have thought
No.
we would. That seems so easy.
It's a little bit confusing, but I suppose it has its reasons.
Yeah. Destiny is watching us.
Death is as well, apparently.
In this
Well.
room, there are the same 5 figures that you saw carved into the totems at the entrance of this sanctum. But rather than carved into trees, they're now carved into stone pillars. And at the center of all this is a small stone table with a single mahogany box set down into it. The box on, it's a cube, and on each side has one of the main 6 celestial forms carved into it. So you have like the archery and the chalice, so on and so forth. And Casimir, as you walk up to it, you see that there is a handwritten piece of paper that says, "For Aspen."
For Aspen. Interesting. Suppose this was left for you.
Aspen will look at it, and I guess he'll take it. Oh, this is likely from my grandmother, I would assume.
Do you open the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, he opens the box.
There is a scroll, and if you look in your journal on roll 20, you'll be able to read it to everybody.
Okay.
And let me get some
Ooh.
some
Mood music.
Ooh.
Gotta set the mood.
Titled A History of Our People. From the endless void and world beyond the flame of creation was born. From its radiance, it gave birth to Zolna, Lady of Light. As the rays of light were cast, another being was born, Skade, the Lord of Shadow. Born from the same source, the 2 primal entities of flame grew close to one another. 2 sides of the same coin, incomplete without the other. With their bond, they forged a world together, creating the primordial gods. These elder gods together created the primal planes of this world, the planes of light and dark, order and chaos, with the prime material being at the intersection of it all, and the astral plane being the web that joins them together. The rule of the elder gods was a golden age. Utilizing their power, they created stewards of their realms. Those who contained the light of the flame within were named celestials, and those with the shadows cast were demons, reflections of the nature of their creator. As the realms were forged, entities to fill them were sculpted by the elders and their stewards. However, the stewards of the gods grew weary of their masters, for they wanted to create in their own visions free of restraint and super. The celestials and demons together conspired against the elder gods. Together they took the flame and hid it from the elders. Solna went to her subordinates Silnor, Alnor, Kresna, and Nima and pleaded for their reason. Creation was not meant for selfish use. Her stewards did not care. With the assistance of the daemons, they took advantage of Zolna's weakened state and banished her in the prison realm of the in-between. Here her light became corrupted. She promised that when her light was free once more, wherever it shone, destruction would follow. She would make the world anew, free of her past mistakes. Skade, hearing the betrayal of his sister, knowing that his imprisonment was on the horizon, forged a spear, giving the wielder the power to kill the stewards of the elder gods. The stewards dubbed themselves the new gods of the realms, creating at their own whim, using the power they were gifted by their own creators. The power of the flame was locked away deep within a tower mechanized and created by the steward Allura. The tower became alive with the power of creation overflowing within its walls. It gave birth to creatures fueled by its crystallized power. At the beginning of her journey across the heavens, Kresna would close the tower so it would be able to gather its strength once more. The new gods knew that no mortal being should wield the power of the flame, but the flame yearned to be free, hoping that one day, one who could be powerful enough to wield it would one day reach it once more. As time went on, the power of the flame continued to spill out into the world. The mortal creations of gods learned how to wield this energy. The first users of magic. Magic became another part of the natural order of the world as it wove itself like threads into planes and their elements, and the fifth being of order was born from it. This being was later revered as Tumes by the mortals using its powers. Astaria, the elder goddess of the heavens, pleaded with the beings of order to join her to vanquish these stewards and reinstate Zolna as the rightful leader of the pantheon. She argued that the new gods imprisoned one of their own, but they refused. The beings of order were always to be neutral and watch over their own domains. In an act of anger and desperation, Astaria shattered herself into thousands of pieces, casting her form across her realm, creating a tapestry of heavens to give guidance to those who understood their meaning, forever altering destiny. Few beings know how to read the heavens, the largest faction being a tribe of druids dedicated to the natural ways. These are stories of my people. We follow no gods, old or new. We are the keepers of the natural order. But Astaria gave people free will to shape their destinies. My dear grandson, I know that one day you will read this, and together you, Kazmir, Torah, Pudak, Zulkifli, and Revelor will need to make choices that will forever alter the course of history and the universe as we know it. I am sorry to keep this from you. I am sorry about your sister. Even I am writing this without her being born yet. To see your family before it comes to be, and knowing the tragedies that will befall them before they are even born. This is the role I am forced to serve as a servant of the natural order but you are free of all of it. The events leading up to today have pushed you and your companions beyond the role of our people. By this time, the weapon forged from the horn of the dark winter will be ready for you at your keep. I sent your mother and father to assist with his recapture many years ago, for you to find him on your journey. The shield will protect the wielder and their allies from the power of the flame while they remain close enough to the wielder. Forge a better world for all seekers.
By the gods. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Um,
I have a lot of questions now.
Aspen,
Yes?
just for my sake, is my name on that list from your grandmother?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he was reading this. I'm assuming he was reading this out loud.
It was clearly read out. You know, I know he
Yeah, I said
mispronounced your name. I know it's like Murik is very difficult.
Sorry,
to pronounce.
there was an ink smudge here.
Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely there.
Oh no, that's just a bit of Aspen that seeped off. That the little black inky bit.
Here, y'all, it should be up on your screens. So.
Thank you for sharing that.
Oh.
So, I mean, we had a little bit of a picture of the betrayal from Gogurma. Who is Adagora? What is Adagora?
Why is that a goal?
Is
I'm
she
not sure.
someone
Where
born of
is
the flame?
Adagora?
Well,
Or someone who can wield the flame?
The answer to your question is in fact in the letter written by Aspen's grandmother.
but not her name.
Hmm.
She is a facet of the flame of creation, I assume.
Well, is she not a sister to Tumace?
Oh, Tumace is very clearly the flame of creation. Sealed away.
Wait.
Its essence seeping out into reality, used by people like me and Mordecai and other magic users who are manipulating its essence.
Isn't Adagora's brother the one that's locked down in the tower?
No,
No.
he's locked
Oh.
somewhere else.
Oh.
He's sealed away.
Oh, I just kind of.
She seeks to release him
Right,
and
she's
claim back
power
the
of-
flame of creation.
yeah, that's right.
Are we fighting the Elder Gods? Are we the bad guys?
Are we the baddies?
I
According to his
We're not the
grandmother.
bad guys.
No.
and that's always question for perspective.
I think we're the bad guys.
but it sounds like
She's also the bad guy. I mean,
should she have her way, she'd restart creation,
yeah, it's not good.
which
Maybe. Oh, also, the gods sealed the claim of the flame of creation away, but with
I
the
would say
hope
with
that
good
one
reason.
strong enough to claim it would reach it.
I mean,
One strong enough
Pudak's
to use
pretty. Pudak's pretty strong.
No, he's just shiny.
Are they
That's,
one of us?
so that's what Adagora needs her brother for. Because she herself isn't strong enough, is she?
No. Not entirely anymore.
So if we take care of one, then the other isn't even a problem anymore.
I'm sure the other is still very much a problem, just in a different way.
Right.
I mean,
Not a world-ending problem, I should say. Just a pissed off that we killed their sibling kind of way.
Definitely a way of simplifying it, I suppose.
What can I say? I'm a simple guy.
I mean, if Adagora is Zona, then we're only seeing a fragment of her, not her true power.
You mean Avatar?
At best. And the only part of Skade that we've seen is his spear, which is meant to kill the gods that betrayed them. The gods and the demons. Sealnor, king of the betrayers. He who imprisoned his own mother and creator.
Yeah, but thing is, if she comes back, there's more restraint and supervision. And I think we don't want that anymore, correct?
I think this... We've always been assuming that both sides are manipulating us. But we've been assuming that one side is evil because of the lengths they've been willing to go to achieve their goals.
And clearly, that's still the case. We must.
I just don't know if one side's not just better at manipulating us than the other. Because Adagora is rage incarnate, and the gods, well, they just want to live. They want to maintain the status quo. And I don't think I'm interested in the status quo anymore. I think I'm done being manipulated by gods.
What are you saying, Casper? What do you want?
I'm saying we have a choice to make.
Casimir?
I don't think that Adagora or the gods should be able to have the Flame of Creation.
Good. Leave it locked in the tower.
Someone's going to get it eventually.
Are you saying we should take it?
I think we need to stop them.
Stop who? We can't. You can't destroy the flame. That's why it was locked away.
But we could
We need
take
to prevent people from getting down there.
Yeah, we could take it and put it somewhere else.
It's a shame we can't have an actual conversation with Adagora without threats. And us talking.
Can't we?
Well.
Is there no way of, I don't know, magically calling her?
I don't know if I'm interested in it.
I don't think she would be very interested at this point either.
But that's the point. Up until now, we did not have truth or assumed truth. I'm assuming this stuff is more truth. So maybe actually calling her by her real name and going, "Hey, you, we got conversation going. We're kind of changing. I'm not sure we're on same page now."
I don't think she wishes to hear our thoughts. I think she's set on her mind.
Well, I think that the gods of order have set us on a path to destiny. And I don't know what that path is, but recreating the world in an angry goddess's image is not something I'm particularly interested in.
My path forward from here is clear. I follow the will of Silnor. That's what I'm here to do.
I'll put it this way, Mordecai. The spear skate has destroyed your god. And only the Flame of Creation could remake him. But it wouldn't be him. It would just be something that looked like him.
Or something very new that you just called Silnor.
How do we know that the flame would be so simple to use. It seems like something that's very, very complicated and therefore requires a powerful person.
That's
It seems like
we'll control it with the power of friendship.
it seems like even the gods couldn't control it.
Sorry, I got the reaction I was looking for there.
It seems like even the gods couldn't control it.
If that's the case, I'm not sure if anybody should have it.
But I don't want it to be destroyed because it is also part of the essence of this world now. And I don't think you can destroy creation.
I don't think destroying the flame is even possible. It took Skade making a spear just to kill the stewards.
I think he gave us a weapon to kill those who betrayed his sister.
I'm just saying, everything can be destroyed, will be destroyed, and can die, will die. Just think about laws of entropy. You need life, and you need the other side too.
So I didn't study entropy in magic school.
Well, without death, life has no meaning.
But there's no way.
Casper can't die.
There's no way. There's no way to get rid of creation without killing all life.
Yeah.
Well, somewhere else in the wherever we are will be no new creation. That's the point of it.
I think we're overthinking it. We know more.
Well, the overthinking part is just us discussing. The point is, I think we're still on same path. We find that the Gora, we kick her butt, or at least stop her from touching flame.
I don't think we need to beat her, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We'll
Stop her
cross
from
that bridge
touching
when we come
flame.
to her.
We'll execute her on the spot.
So glad you guys talked about that.
Well, we could send her to her brother.
Well, I think she's going to get her brother.
Yeah, that's the point. We find Flame, we send her to her brother, lock them in the same room, and give them a pack of cards.
So
No cards, or maybe a special deck of cards.
let's stop with the cards. So we need to go back. Where
That
back?
we do.
Where we go from here, I think this changes everything.
Every single step of our journey has changed everything.
Where are we going back?
We have to go back to my village, and
Oh, just back home.
yes, we will find a way back from there.
Yeah, the weapon we need to face Adagora should be there. And then we have a couple... Casimir opens a page in a book. We have a couple side quests we might want to complete first, but...
Yeah, like giving crown.
Just throwing this out there. I would like to give a crown to a certain queen because my soul is not mine at the minute, and I'm not very happy with that. Or the thought of that.
I personally feel the fate of the world might outweigh your soul.
Hello,
I think you're wrong.
Mr.
So
Mr. Playing with a demonic infernal focus. Let's
yeah, Mr. I'm too scared to touch my own wand.
Yeah.
We got time for
scary one. Okay.
we got time for bringing
That was
over
good.
one to get back soul. That's good point. Yes.
I'm sorry. It's a big black wand.
Okay, well, let's go talk to the queen, turn her into her true infernal form. Talk to an eternal undead horror that probably knows half of what we know and might be able to give us a plan, and then figure out which of our potential objectives we have to go to next.
Good point.
Yeah. We could, definitely lingering here much longer, unless, Aspen, you want to say goodbye to your parents.
We are going to do that anyway.
Okay, good. Before Torah whisks us away.
We all need to hold hands.
Um,
Power of friendship shall teleport us.
I'm gonna say the power of friendship is all we need right now.
It's very powerful.
It's honestly what's gotten us through this far. We treat each other like dirt, but at the end, We would all die. for each
Mordecai,
other.
tell
Tell
us,
Mordecai.
please, more about friendship for 10 minutes.
Yes, tell us this. I feel like I need potentially, what is it, 12 points of friendship?
Mhm.
Is it more now?
It's 21 points of friendship.
21 points of friendship. You've leveled up.
So let me go through my list of 21 points of friendship. Point 1, bonding. We're closer than ever. These hard times have truly brought us together as a cohesive unit. Point 2, I'm running out of points. Can you help me?
We skip ahead.
This is meanwhile back at the Druid
Legion of Doom.
Village. You all re-enter after hearing this talk of inspiration for 10 minutes. And how much
As
temporary
you
HP?
walk.
How much temporary HP did you get?
21.
21 points
Incredible.
of temporary hit points.
Hey,
Okay.
one question. What is cohesive unit? Thank you.
Well, it's when you put your 2 units together and they cohere into a shared unit. They called it docking units.
Okay.
That is not what that is. But back in the forest.
Yep. Let's move.
I love the sound of birds.
So, did you all find what you were looking for?
And no. Yes.
No, there was
That
no
we
food.
did. We found exactly what we were looking for, I'm afraid.
I think we found more than we were looking for, to be honest.
We now know Adagor's first name.
Hmm?
Is it not Atagora?
Zolna.
Enter locked up brother.
Skade.
That certainly does
least-
change things.
At least that's what we're reading into story.
No. I think.
And this is not the story of creation that has been written in the histories of the world.
No. This is
No.
the
But
true story.
It was a story that was written in the stars.
Yeah, you had crazy grandma.
No.
Well, it's her mother, actually.
She's like Astra. Gifted.
Yes.
Do you want to peruse?
Oh.
We still have the scroll.
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah. See if your mind explodes a little bit.
I think I have enough on my plate. And my mother did not intend for me to be on this journey, but all
You
of
sure? You seem quite strong.
Your strength is needed here.
Yeah, and if we fail, there will be a lot of refugees who need new homes.
That's putting it lightly.
Wait, what? Why are you laughing? If we fuck this up, a lot of people need new home.
The power of positivity.
Yeah, the entire realm needs a new home.
I would recommend that we do
There's
not
enough space
do
here.
that.
Yeah, we are going to win. Say that to yourselves 3 times every minute until it happens.
Mother,
You are gonna win.
do we have a direct access point back into the material plane?
We can return you back the way that we sent you and your sister up, but I cannot guarantee that you would arrive back where you need to.
We have a pretty accurate way of moving around outside of that, don't we? Looks to everybody.
Did you
Yeah.
find? Wait,
Yeah,
did,
I can use a tree stride, Mother.
You've come
yeah,
quite powerful in the time you've been away.
that's great and all, but where's more ship?
Oh,
More importantly, where's the dragon egg?
Crush.
No. They said they were looking for it. That's why I'm asking.
Everything has
In a frying pan.
been returned to this village. Captain Seabreath had a little talking moment 2 weeks ago.
And the guy who I forget the name of, what was his name again?
Laramie.
Laramie?
Laramie's alive.
Yeah.
Laramie's gonna be in the final battle.
He's gonna lead the charge.
Are we bringing him along?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna bring him back home. We're not gonna leave him in this delightful place. But
Unless he'd like
We
to
would've,
stay.
I wish
Yeah,
we
let's-
recruited-
I'm sure his 7 daughters want to see him again.
Let's take him along. He might be good canary in cave.
Yeah, you know, his daughters Blarifer,
Blairmaya.
Blennifer.
yeah,
Bellamy.
Blinton,
Blamey.
Blykel.
Blowa. Yeah.
Layla
Oh, I love Bloa. Great girl.
Blush.
Hardly Noah.
What's wrong with us?
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Did
you
think
did.
Dungeon masters are better at naming people than players.
I beg to differ.
You were saying you found stuff.
Oh,
Are you speaking to Aspen's mom?
Yeah, again.
She has the piece of wood that Captain Seabreath is attached to. She has the solar dragon egg and the petrified members of your crew.
we're not just terrified.
Is the piece of wood, remind me again, is it the whole mast or is it just like a... Can I carry it is what I'm saying? Can I bring it with me?
Well, if
You cannot carry this.
Oh.
So
Well, guess he's
Okay,
staying
but-
here forever then.
We can
can
help all of them get back home. You do not need to rely on your own ability to get them back. We are more than capable of that.
including the mast, because Captain Saltbreath needs to be near a sea.
Including the egg.
Sea breath.
we're taking egg.
Yeah, sea breath. Sorry, I just can't seem to remember it. I mean, Blair, and he just sticks so strongly in my head.
You're more than welcome to take the egg, but once again, you'd be carrying that with you on your journey. Rather, we can just have it delivered to your home.
That is true. I'm not sure how much of a journey it would be, though.
Do you get good shipping from here? Like, what are the rates for?
What are you talking?
What are you
about,
speaking of?
Blair?
I'm just asking how.
So she
How
will
would they
give you
look at
that mother cut the shit look that you all should recognize.
I haven't seen that since I was a little boy. Mama,
I see that for my kids all the time. Mother, cut the shit.
Oh,
Okay, after this look, usually I got punched, so we should get going.
All right,
What,
so the exit is which way?
it's
I-
Torah.
I do think it would be safer if we left the egg here for them to transport later.
But if we bring it near to flame, maybe it can
Putak?
be faster creation. Come on, at least I want to say goodbye to egg.
It's an egg. It doesn't hear you. Sing it a gentle song for a couple seconds so you can continue whatever this weird thing that's happening with you in this egg fixation.
Don't listen to Kazmir. He does not understand. He does not
Yeah,
understand.
you don't understand.
Just-
I want to
Okay.
be friend with dragon.
I know.
Okay.
Just
It
Tora,
will be in a
let's all-
safe place.
Let's all get this circle going now. Mordecai will grab hands with Tora.
My mother
Open
is
hands.
returning us. We're
Okay. I'm slightly disappointed you don't believe in my abilities.
Okay, but I'll run off and say goodbye to egg.
Okay, you do that. You do that.
You do
It doesn't take too long. I'll come back fast.
Yeah.
All right, Tora.
What?
I need a intelligence check, please.
Wait, whoa, where are we going?
That's
Back
all.
to
To the keep? The keep?
It's the goal, ain't it?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what the shield's gonna be. You know the keep. You've been there, right?
Yes, I know the keep. I've been to the keep.
Okay.
Intelligence check.
Is he not using the headband?
I thought we gave it to him.
I didn't put it on.
Oh my god. This is why.
That is.
I need you to. I
We
need
are in
you
real
to roll a D100, please.
Well, the world's true.
Can I give him my inspiration?
No.
This might be my favorite way to TPK.
Can you GM roll a D100 for me, please?
Okie
Or I
dokie.
tried it.
No.
2 Dungeon Master.
For everyone listening,
There you
he
go.
rolled
Did you
a
get that?
2 for a total of a 5. So
Is this like? Does this item require attunement?
Did that roll?
It does require
I'll just send you-
Yes. No, it rolled. Hold on. I'm just looking at
Oh, right, lovely. I did it in D&D Beyond.
Hey,
Well-
you remember teleportation is supposedly
Can
useful
you
in
just
D&D?
tell me what? Just say what you rolled.
98.
98.
Yes.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know.
That's-
I don't know if it's high or low.
I-
It's a
Can't
big
remember.
number. Big number, good.
Judging by Michael's face, that's not good.
Oh.
We dare.
Sorry, guys. I
Okay.
ruined the campaign.
We all
No
got
problem.
merged into like one giant mass.
Dr. Emmett Brown comes up and says, "You go back in time."
Great.
All right, let's hear what Michael has to say.
Yeah. So you are all whisked away, and you find yourselves free falling in the air as a storm rages all around you.
What kind of storm?
It is a like a thunderstorm, like a windstorm.
So,
Is there
full-on
ground below
Sharknado.
us?
Eventually.
You look down, and as far as you can see, there is no land at this
Are
moment.
we still holding hands?
Yeah. Can we try again?
Make an Arcana check there, Casimir.
Yeah, we can do that thing. Do that thing. It's a 15.
You can surmise that you are currently free falling in the elemental plane of air.
This is not the right place.
Are you sure?
Yeah, elemental plane of air.
There is a storm around you all as you're holding hands
Hello.
and like basically skydiving, holding hands.
Really windy.
Try it again.
Really fucking. Okay, can I try
Why
again?
did you put on the circuit? I gave it to you.
Let me guide you. Think hard,
Yeah,
my friend.
May I try again?
Everyone, help him
guidance.
focus.
Lovely.
You can't possibly be worse.
That's better.
Oh,
I
don't-
bellow at
don't
him,
Ooh.
try to help him focus.
So
And-
as you continue to free fall, you notice as there's this massive looking beast that has its form made of air but has these bright glowing eyes like a long serpentine dragon, and it begins to rush towards you all as Tora takes the amulet holding all of your hands, and it flashes once more, and you fall about 10 feet in the middle of your great hall.
Successful.
Everyone is going to take 1
Kit
point
Kat.
of bludgeoning damage as you
Okay.
are falling 10 feet onto the floor. 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
So we feel 1 point less inspired by Mordecai.
I would say all round successful trip, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you for taking Tora Airlines.
So yeah, that was
We took the scenic route, as some would say.
yeah. It's elemental
Mhm.
plane of air is definitely on my bucket list of places never to be again.
But you know what?
How did we
There
befriend
were
that
small
dragon?
land masses being
Brilliant.
whipped around the storm, but you just couldn't really see them because you were falling so quickly.
Yeah.
Aspen stands up and dusts himself off and looks at Tora. Your horns will grow back eventually, right?
No. Don't do that. That was terrifying. Are you evil? Are you sure Beldenea's not in you still?
I'm just saying we have a guaranteed safe way to get back to our plane. Let's use that, okay?
Next time. The next time we are in your homeland, we will definitely use your mother to teleport us instead of Tora.
But I like Tora Airlines.
Keen of making an entrance every time you arrive.
Yeah. We are good at that.
Welcome home. See you guys.
How long has it been exactly?
It's been a couple months since you have been away.
Yeah.
On this journey, we got some of the crew members of your ship. But that is about all.
Yeah. The rest of them will be coming the next little bit.
I see. Well, Gregor Stormhold has already returned to his workshop and is working on a new and improved vessel for future endeavors, he has declared.
Excellent. And we are going to need a powerful energy source to house an egg, very similar to the engine of the ship.
I will inform the Tinkerer of your need.
Yes, tell him it's a hatchery for a solar dragon.
I see. I will let Mr. Knotstone know.
There you go, Budak.
Oh, spasiba. And I think I need to go to the guy again in the basement you have there. He gave me that little dragon hourglass thingy for the ring, but I think it's full now. I hope it's full.
Let's deal with. We need to update the queen.
Yeah, I just want to give it back.
You're talking about Gargrima?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
I was informed that my shield has arrived.
Okay, let's take care of all the other stuff. If my soul gets sucked into this, it's on you.
It's good. So we'll figure this out. You know, all things in their own time. I'm sure he didn't set exact timeline on when you had to return it.
No, he didn't. He just said make it full.
Okay.
Okay, let's find Queen.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean, it's saying we're glad to see you're looking healthy. Anything you need to update us on except for the shield? Everyone's doing okay.
Everyone has been doing fine. The shield did arrive. I had it stored away in the vault immediately, so it does not fall into the wrong hands. And Garguma does wish to speak with all of you.
Garguma, the dragon. Okay.
Is the queen? I'm assuming the queen is not here because we arrived, in a hurry.
She is not. She is currently away. But once we inform her of your arrival, I'm sure she will be teleporting here shortly.
Is there any news on the siege?
That is something that Garguma wished to speak with you about.
Okay, so we are going to see Garguma first. Or do we grab the shield first just to be safe? Shield, Garguma. Good, everyone?
Sure, the shield would just be a quick thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the vault. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's anything like the sword, it might be more fun than you think, but...
Oh, well, who knows?
Yeah. Thank you.
to the vault we go.
Give yourself a raise.
Of course, sir.
We have no idea how much we're paying him.
No, you
He
do
basically
not.
lives in a mansion for just
Yeah,
that we don't use. So I mean,
yeah.
he's really the one living lavishly here.
He's having a good time, having like big parties in each of our rooms. You know.
Well, and the number of times we've told himself to give himself a raise, we don't even know what he started at or like how much of a raise he's been giving himself. Like,
Well, we entrust him to pay the staff, so he's paying himself a fair wage. So now he's paying himself a fairer wage.
They're obviously all still here, so
Yeah, we need somebody who's good at business to look at the books.
I'm very smart.
We go in and grab the shield.
So, the shield is made of pure or like crystal. Upon seeing it mounted on this pedestal when you enter into your vault, it has like a translucent like look, so it's not like a window. It's not completely see-through. It's not opaque either. It's in between for those of you who need the clarification, because it's a faceted crystal shield, very geometric. Like you guys know what faceted means? Do I need to explain that?
like rivets.
Yeah, like when a stone is cut, each side is like altogether, the shield itself is rather it's beautiful. It's beautifully made. It was clearly made by dwarves using this large horn. However, it has no additional properties than you expect other than it is a +3 shield.
All right.
However, while wielding this shield, it does require attunement. Any ally that you deem an ally within 50 feet of you are immune to the beyond magical effects of a god. Meaning, what this means is that's actually very good. So any god could pop down, turn you into a lizard. No checks, nothing. But as long as you're wielding this shield, a being of with some of the flame of creation within it, so any of the new gods, any of the elder gods cannot use that creation on you. Is allow me to review the thing that separates you guys from a god and anybody in this world from a god is the ability to create anything from nothing, meaning no magic power, no spell slots, nothing. It could literally shape the world in you. Yes.
Does this include daemons?
Daemons are gods. They're a different version.
The demon lords. Basically,
Yeah.
the dark gods is another way to think of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Because daemons are just stewards created by Skade and his subordinates, the elder gods of the darker sides of the order of the world, shadows of creation rather. So
So shield says no.
yes.
basically within 50 feet of its wielder.
This would have been very useful earlier.
I feel like
Wouldn't
this
it
is
have
a Pudex shield now.
Now it doesn't
I
make
don't-
you immune from attack stuff. If Adagor were to show up, if Zolna were to show up here and attack you, she could still use spell slots. She could still use like weapon attacks against you. She just can't use her celestial powers.
I wonder if this would have protected us from Beldanea's corruption.
Likely would have.
Damn it. So we probably should have gathered all the things we needed before challenging one of them.
I have a feeling it wasn't done.
Oh no, my Shingon Woo.
All right.
So,
Got that.
but the question is, who's gonna take it?
Yeah, the plan was me.
Okay, see, question
Yeah, you
asked, question answered.
You've got
Easy.
your sparklight fire sword. You've got all the power you need,
And your shiny helmet.
and your shiny
I
helmet,
also
which can
don't
be
feel that-
exploded.
I don't
Oh.
feel that a shield is really Pudok's style.
I mean,
was
that's a
for
giant
time.
gemstone.
Yeah, but you
Hmm.
know, it's okay. It works for Aspen.
Aspen, in case we survive, you mind if I take it then?
I see no issue with that in the future,
Maybe
but
It
for
is
the
cross
time
that
being,
bridge when we come to it.
Why? Why? Let me plan for future.
Let's not like. Listen, you could be corrupted into an agent of darkness. If you make a promise now, we might be able to hold it against you.
Let's just see, if we make it out alive of this
Yeah,
first.
we make it out alive. Also,
Well-
it would be really great to have this and the Spear's Gate at the same time.
Well, mostly alive. Casper.
Like,
No, I don't care about spear. I just care about shield because shield pretty. That's correct. It looks fabulous. So in future it would look very fabulous on my back.
we'll talk about it.
Good point.
that's planning for things that won't matter at that point.
Aspen, he takes the shield that he would already have, which since the beginning of the campaign has been a hardened wooden shield with mushrooms growing on it,
Yeah.
and sets it in the I guess kind of armory area in this vault, and picks up the new fancy one.
I look at that movement and go like, you sure you want to put mushroom in this room with all the other stuff?
It's fine.
Why not?
Magically protected.
Because it's fungi.
Listen.
Yeah, it's a fun guy.
Everything-
It'll be the life of the party in here.
Everything else will be shroom. That's, come on, from perspective of maintenance, that's terrible.
Well, it hasn't spread to anything else since. It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Let's move on. This seems like a strange thing to focus on. They already cleaned the dust off the other things without dying.
No, I have no problems with that. It's Aspen's shrooms. I'm just talking about shrooms in general.
Okay, well,
It will be all right. It's nothing to worry about. Let's go talk
Well-
to Kagruma.
It's your stuff.
what to say? Is the inside of your bag of holding full of mushrooms now, Aspen? Like
Bag-
the one that
I
I
don't-
was in?
I don't have a bag of holding.
No, we did at one point, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did, but it was just my items, not any peculiar amount of mushrooms.
I think you meant from things growing in there.
I don't think that's how it works.
No. Let's go to see Gagrama.
And so we do.
I was wondering when you would return.
Were you? I kind of figured that's
Garma in his humanoid form. His what humanoid vassal?
I would always
Vessel.
assume that you just knew what we were going to do before we did it.
I do not tell the future.
Ta-da! Oh, no.
That is not an ability that I possess yet.
Yet.
If you found out secret, please tell us and teach us.
Perhaps for a bargain I would. Do you have the hourglass I gave you?
Da.
He'll reach out his bony hand.
And I'll give it back to him.
I see. You have killed many things since I gave this to you, vanquished many powerful foes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perhaps
hey.
this will be enough energy to do what I need to do. For your benefit, of course, which is why I wanted to speak with all of you.
Excellent. So, Kagura, before we proceed, do you know who Adagora is? Really?
I've had my suspicions. Did you learn something of concrete?
Well, give us a hint of what you think she really is.
I
Good point.
do not wish to take guesses to just throw at a dartboard.
Hmm.
Are you going to waste my time with guessing games, undead one?
Well, what if she was Zulna?
That would be troublesome indeed.
What would that make her brother?
That would make her brother the primordial god of darkness.
Mm-hmm. That's the suspicion. Anyways.
Where have you learned this?
In Temple. Written by old lady looking in stars.
She seems quite formidable indeed.
Hmm.
And that would mean... You guys gonna hand him the thing for him to read?
This is the general question. He's helping us, but do we really trust him?
Da.
I didn't. Casimir wasn't asking that. That was Guy asking that.
I saw your brain thinking. I say da.
Aspen, thoughts?
I suppose he should know. Should he not?
The true story of creation.
So he'll read over the scroll.
Quite the situation you all have been put in. Do you side with the new gods, these servants of the elders, and take part and be complicit in the imprisonment and forced servitude of Tumes, and take a gift that he is not offering the world? Or do you side with the elder gods? See that Skade is freed, the flame of creation is set free, and perhaps that gift is taken from the world.
Not be a middle ground? Why do the mortals always lose?
I do not think that gods have the scope of what you see. For your life, your birth, your death is nothing but one breath of air in their lifespan. Gods can die, but they cannot perceive how short your lives are.
Skade gave a tool to end a god's life,
He did.
one which we had locked away. And the gods gave a means for one who is worthy to potentially grasp the flame of creation. Zulna and Skade are enraged by their imprisonment, and the gods are selfish in trying to shape the world in their own image. If Adagora has her way, the light of magic and creation leaves this world. Potentially. Or she remakes it again. The gods have their way. Mortals continue to live as the pawns of the gods, who walk the earth and reshape at their whim. What if both sides are wrong?
Whatever she used to be. she is now someone who has the Princess Luxelia and my child. And Astra's soul, she is the one who has killed so many people, hurt so many. Her anger caused so much harm. How can we do anything else but fight?
Do you think the gods have not killed for their own ambitions? Or does it not matter because these people that they have killed are not close to you, Zulkifli?
She is the threat now. You tell me if the gods want to destroy everything now, then they become my enemy too.
Yeah.
For now,
Maybe-
she is the enemy. This is simple.
Da, I'm with Zulkifli.
Then the answer
You-
is simple. You must seal away the flame. Without the flame, Adagora cannot exist. Neither can Skade. The light will be extinguished, and then where there is no light, there is no shadows to be cast.
And what happens to the world?
The way I see it, many will die. No matter what path you choose, seal away the flame. Tumes will be sealed away with it. Anything of magical nature will simply decay over time as magic leaves the world. The floating islands of Cielnor will come crashing down. Barriers, magical locks. My own life will be ended.
So
That sounds horrifying. A cataclysm.
Very.
And what happens if we release Skade and let them take the flame of creation? Is the curse not similar?
Perhaps they destroy the world, remake it as they saw fit. Perhaps they simply take their vengeance on the gods that imprisoned them for so long.
No.
But Atakora is rather unstable.
She is the fragment of rage of the goddess of creation.
Tumes also may revoke his gifts upon the world since it's been taken for so long without really his consent.
So either way, the world is screwed.
If we choose either of those paths,
which one saves the most people?
if mortals make the choices. That's the only way we can preserve the people. We don't choose for Zolna, and we don't choose for the gods. We choose to keep magic in this world. There might be a way to help everyone.
Is there no way of reasoning with her? I know angry part, yes, but like actually if we go ahead and say, well, we help you so you do not kill rest of world.
Well, I guess the question here is, if the light of creation has a will, then the one that we need to reason with is Tumes, not Zolna, not Kresna.
Good point. So let's do that.
So we need to go to the tower.
We do.
And you're running late on time. As the winter solstice is approaching and is less than a month away, you have been gone for long. And I believe you're going to need a vast force to assist with your siege on the city where the tower is located.
Yes, and the Kingdom of Rivermore is besieged by End of the Leg.
What of all the forces we've been gathering?
Well,
I mean, we haven't checked outside yet. They could all be out there right now, waiting for the order.
And what forces are you referring to? Overlord, what forces have you been gathering?
Well, we did ask for we were
Yes, and Kargrin.
but they're being besieged by Zolna.
Right now you have Rivermore. You have the forces of Rivermore. You do have dwarves. You did talk to the dwarves. The astral elves were being fought or were fighting by the time you left, but you don't know what Solaria did in order to remove that threat.
I do have a solution, but I do not think that your queen will like it.
Is that summoning a legion of the undead?
Summoning, they already exist, and this,
He'll gesture to the hourglass,
has enough power in it to remove the barriers placed on my lands by the new gods. My forces will be freed to roam beyond the barriers of Amin-Duresk and fight on your behalf.
Yes, but how do we know you won't, as soon as the battle is over, just use them for your own doing?
You don't.
Well, I
Without
do trust them.
You will die. You will fail.
Well, I think at this point, what's at stake is all of creation. We will convince the Queen in her true form that we need your support.
And so you will fight alongside forces of the undead during your siege to Venaria.
Yeah, just so long as they don't kill anyone on our side and innocents.
And the forces of Rivermore will defend itself from Yindobaleg.
Is there no way for us to break the siege? We don't have much time, but we have a way. Weaken the barrier around Fairstyle, make them vulnerable, so they pull back. Then we have your army and hers.
It is possible. You do possess the proper tools for such things.
Not much time to waste. Hey. We will field our options. We do need to update the Queen.
Well, just to make sure I understand you correctly, which kind of tools are you talking about to break siege?
The sword and the wand. Inferno Foci. We cast magic through it at the crystals at the top of the towers, which will weaken the barrier enough to make them vulnerable. It will stop their assault, because the problem with Yundabaleg is that it is almost impossible to attack their stronghold.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming, because Mordecai is not on the top of using wand.
Well, he's aware that he'll have to use it for the right moment.
With the barriers of Yundabaleg no longer present, the forces of Dolanglad could finally defeat their long-time enemy that's been laying siege to their lands. The Solstice King could answer for his crimes.
And some good people will die.
Good people always die, Casimir.
Yeah. It's only the bad ones who get to come back. Not you guys. Obviously, Revelor. Aspen. Zulkifli.
You yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of clarification had to be made so that your self-deprecation came across.
Yeah, I know. I just say it feels a little negative right now, and I just want to make sure my negativity stays self-focused instead of coming out on other people, you know. And I want
It's
to.
all right.
Oh, I see no problem there.
Yeah.
We can choose nothing to do or fight with army, but that will at least be glorious. So I'm taking glorious route.
Well, I'm always curious.
Kalau dinding ialah halangan, pergilah sekeliling ke belakang. If there's a wall, go around. Why not sneak around behind the army? Small force, be very quiet. You can maybe find a way inside.
The army makes the noise, and we can slip in quietly.
So, for clarification, so the timeline that you are given right now is that if you can go to Fair Style and you can assist with weakening the barriers, or you can go to Venaria and go to the tower to the flame before Adagora's forces and the Marley guild finally reach the bottom.
Yeah.
So either way, one is going to happen. You guys have amassed forces and friends that are quite formidable, and one force can get sent one place while you guys deal with the other.
So we really need to go to Venaria.
Send the forces the first.
And you guys have two allies that also have infernal foci who don't necessarily need. You guys don't necessarily need to be there. If that's what's like, oh, we need to be there. That's what's going through your mind. You still have.
Sounds like a fun heist.
It is a fun heist. I mean, maybe if we could, if you guys, well, I'll tell you guys what. No matter which path you choose, the other one will be taken care of via one shot.
Yeah, I need Mordecai to be our Tom Cruise for this. Like he's still we're working on our Mission Impossible together. While Pudak's going dun, 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 dun. Sorry, can't do more than that. Yes.
You guys have oh my god, what's his name? Immoral and Immoral Tamlish and Tristalin Faltress, the two members of the Black Order who have kind of turned to your side through.
Okay. Well, if our timeline is so short that we have an option to weaken Fairstyle's barrier and get to Venaria, I think Venaria is our goal.
Venaria is, I feel, a more critical point.
Getting to the bottom of the Tower of Allura.
You did do someone a service in Craggy Rock so that they can get you into the city unnoticed.
Yes, they did.
Do we go to Craggy Rock then? I can take us there.
Well, let's talk to the Queen first.
Regardless, I will have the forces lay siege to the city, so you go more unnoticed. You have a greater chance of sneaking past.
Yes.
Draw forces away from the tower.
And we'll seek allies to help Rivermore by weakening their barrier of Fairstyle. I hate doing it to the innocents who live there. Hopefully when this is done, Revelor, with their barrier weakened, maybe we can find a way to end the war.
Well, I was lucky enough that the war never came to my doorstep.
Well, Fairstyle will see.
One less, they'll definitely see the siege of the forest. I can't have that.
Hopefully your people replay the blood on my hands. Kagurama, thank you.
So, what would you all like to do?
Find Queen.
What about Amelia? Is there
Gives
any
no
way we
power.
could? Yes, but she could get a message to the people at first, Isle. She still can get into the city. She can get people out.
Well,
She may not have magic, but she still has a use.
maybe she can help the innocents get out
Exactly.
before the slaughter comes.
She's definitely closer than our forces are, so
Yeah.
there could be a
But-
chance for less innocent bloodshed.
We just need to make sure that there's time for them to bring the barrier down if we can get our friends to manage it before he's able to get the word out. It will take Donald Glad time, I assume, to marshal the forces to march on the city.
All right, so how do we get a message to her then?
Now,
One
I
of you
mean-
does possess a magic item that allows you to not only see somebody, but speak with them as you're seeing them.
are you seeing some kind of
Some kind of crystal ball.
some kind
Some
of crystal
ball made from
ball?
crystal. You have the telepathic one.
Oh, I thought it was a crystal ball.
I have this crystal ball, but I can't use it at the moment. If anybody else feels capable,
I'm,
it's not very hard to use. You just have to focus on it.
do you have
I'll
to
attempt
like attune to it magically?
You do, but
Oh, well, never mind.
Hey, Tora,
it's
Mm-hmm.
you wanna
He's never
magically
met her.
attune to a couple?
Wait, but
Mm.
he can like use it, and then one of us can talk through it, right? It's not like
No.
you can only see the person that you're talking to. Oh, well.
no. You scry on somebody, so you see the person, and you are able to telepathically communicate to the person you are scrying on.
Hmm.
Well, the person you thought about calling now, should someone take over, who actually knows her?
Oh, have you met her,
Um,
Pitak?
I
Your
don't think
travels?
so.
No.
What about
She's one of the
Um,
archmages.
I do
Oh,
not mean to interrupt this conversation, but the queen has arrived.
Excellent.
just
You-
in time?
Well, you can probably have one of our friends give a delayed warning. I mean, we do have
So
means to
Tiffany,
communicate.
Before you go, may I have a private word?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so be careful.
Hmm.
We'll be waiting outside. We're not listening.
At all. Not one bit.
Can I
Why?
have everybody deafen, please?
Wait, where's the button?
Oh my god, he cast silence on us.
Speak.
While you were gone, I did some research on your people, Zulkifli.
My people.
Your people. Long ago, your people were servants of the Celestials. They perfected a ritual that would allow them to take in a powerful entity into their own mortal forms and utilize that power or end it.
Binding.
I believe you know the ritual that I speak of, for the power of this entity is passed down from generation to generation within your own blood. It is the beast within you.
What are you saying? I can use the beast to contain God?
I think if you were to return to your home and venture within the temple there, you may just find the way that you could seal one of these deities.
Yeah. The Maestro, he says this before. The goddess Ferucia, there is a temple for her, and there I can learn a way to contain Atagora, and maybe more. This is true, not a lie.
I believe so, but there is a catch that I think the Maestro failed to reveal to you, is that whoever were to take Atagora into their own form in order to keep such a force from breaking out of that mortal prison.
Take her into my form?
Any vessel would do. But that person would die before she were to be freed once more.
So we can contain her only if someone is alive. Only so long as they are
A
not
mortal
dead.
form sacrifices themselves to put an immortal soul within them and then end their own life.
I can do this.
I believe your allies will try to talk you out of it if this is the path that you choose. You could always try to find another willing soul as well.
So she comes into me, and if I die, then she is gone? Or where? Free?
Her life will end with the vessel she's contained within.
I see.
Or any deity, I would imagine.
I understand.
Perhaps even two Mace. I believe that you should return home before you venture to the tower.
I agree. I am thinking of this. I will tell my friends. But I must find a way there. This is a long way. They say I should go to Pasishuga, Port Gapero, find my grandfather.
I believe you have an ally within the Queen's Circle that may be able to provide transportation to the
Yeah,
port.
he can. Okay. I will do this. Thank you.
Good luck.
I'll come out. I'll run, like, I guess right into... I'll open the door and kind of shake off Casimir's listening form. Just...
Yeah. Surprising. He must have cast like some kind of a ward or something. We couldn't hear anything at all. I wasn't even trying to listen.
No, you're shouting very loud.
Yeah. I actually didn't hear anything at all. It was just completely quiet.
He told me something. But now I've left the room, though. I'm not in the same room as Gargamine.
You guys are all walking up the stairs back to the Queen. And you're
He did it in private. Is it meant for
when
us?
we fight Atagora, you remember what the Maestro said to us about her? We cannot kill her. Cannot. Only contain her. And there is only one way to contain her.
And
We need this magic. Magic from my people.
the power that was used to seal Skade.
Yeah,
So,
I can find this power. But I must go to my home first.
we need to go to your home?
Only if you want to come as well. But I must go and
I
do
mean-
this.
We don't want to split the party. Can you achieve this on your own?
I have to do this. Yeah. It is important.
Well, it's another card on the table. But
But it's good to know the maestro is lying all the time. But Gagruma says it is true.
I don't know how much he actually lied. I think we perceived what he said as lies because what he did was so horrible.
Mm. Anyway, this is what I know. If we can use this magic, we can keep her, stop her, huh? And maybe more. Not just her.
Maybe the gods.
Maybe, but starting with her. You understand? Agree?
I very much agree.
Good. Then we must go. Port Gapero is our next stop.
After we see the queen.
By now we're kind of climbing the steps.
I do not care about your stories, Minoriellis. I was just telling you about my time that I was drinking within the city of Belanos. It was a fine establishment. I liked it so much, I bought it. And that was how I lost my third wife.
What about your second husband?
Oh, you know, there's enough of me to go on. Whatever, you stupid old man.
We're here.
Gentlemen, I believe that we have company as Queen Rabia Athelren sitting on the centermost chair on your guys' dais in your great hall. Welcome home, seekers. I trust that you accomplished the journey you set out to do.
Badania is dead.
Kind of.
Gone.
A powerful strike
For now.
against the coven. Well done.
As well. We also. The maestro is also dead.
Him as well. Now it is only Atagora.
Only Zolna.
One of her eyebrows will raise.
This is her name. Who she really is.
Then why has she not laid waste to the world already if she is such a powerful deity?
It is a shadow.
She's only at half power.
Because
Fragment.
the entities we called gods diminished her. And sealed her shadow, her brother, Skade.
And what if
She wants
Timmy's?
to.
The flame of creation. The source of all magic.
She will use it to destroy this world and change it. Make a new world, maybe.
And if we were to free Tumes from his prison,
We don't know what he will do.
you could very well destroy the world by revoking magic from us as well. But to
And
keep
if we see,
him in prison is
it's an,
wrong.
it's a sin, a crime. That Zolna wishes to free Skade, take the light of creation, reshape the world. We could seal the light of creation away and cause all magic to fail and devastate much of the world.
There is a way we can stop Atagora.
Pray tell.
But I will need your help. And I turned to Lord Minorialis. You stupid old man.
I figured as much. I'm quite talented.
We need you to send us to Port Capital.
I am capable of doing so.
This is where we must go. There's a temple. And there I can find a power that I can use to stop Atagora. Without it, we cannot win.
And what is the nature of this power?
The same power that stopped, that imprisoned the god before.
Very
that's
well. I do
sealed.
not see why he would not be able to do this, my queen. I agree. There is one last thing I would like to raise to all of you. My daughter. We know that the child that she carries can and will kill her when she gives birth. This might be selfish, but if Tumes were to be freed, she would not be able to get healed in the way that she needs to in order to sustain life.
That's only if he decides to revoke the magic, no?
We don't intend to seal Tumes away, if we can manage it.
There are many lives at stake no matter what choice we make in this situation.
Well, we are all pawns of gods. Pieces being moved around.
And it's such a shame they get to roam around this road so freely,
Well,
appearing and disappearing at their own will.
could we not use the power we used to seal Atagora, to seal all the gods away from this world?
I do not know.
We've seen too much, how much they can reshape this world, cause flames to cast on a city, infect entire towns, turn an entire world to stone.
You're being dark again.
No, I'm speaking the truth. This is...
Yeah, then don't skip over all the good things several guards have done too, okay?
I'm not saying... If I was going to say that, I would say we take the spear Skade and we kill them all. And that's what I would have done.
But
Before I
that
met-
would be the answer. You use the spear, you lay waste to the gods, and new gods are born to give meaning to this world. Can
I
we
don't
not
think-
use the flame of creation to make gods?
Well, It was said that Tumis was sealed in such a way that one day a mortal powerful enough to handle the power could claim it.
I know
With
what
that-
you are all thinking, and I am up to the task of such a thing.
Well,
Of sending us to Port Capero, yes.
yes. You are not Destiny's chosen.
Are we?
You are not the child of Destiny.
Do we not have to give diadem
Oh,
queen?
we'll get to that. That'll be the
Okay.
last thing we do.
You sure? I actually
Are
want
the
to
other
speak.
two here as well, or is it just Monora, Alice, and the Queen?
It's Immoral Tamlish as well.
Yes. One other thing. Two other things, actually. We need to destroy the barrier over Fairstyle.
And how do you hope to accomplish this?
We've been told how to do it. 2 Infernal Focus used against the crystals at the top of the towers will destroy the barrier. And that will lift their protection. We ask Archmage Amelia if someone can communicate with her to warn the people before Dolan Glad storms Fairstyle.
The leader of my order would not allow such a thing to do. Archmage Justina, if she catches wind of this, she will see the end of all of us.
Then you'll have to be careful. We need the armies of Rivermore to be free to act.
And my forces will be ready when it happens.
And you will not be happy about this, and we know you won't. But Gogner Ma will be able to lend his army to besiege Veneria.
Using what power to fuel such a ritual?
Well, I did collect some life force by killing powerful creatures.
Yeah, including helping kill an astral dreadnought.
On top of that,
I think the choices laid out before us has caused much personal sacrifice in order to be made.
I am no fan of this choice, but victory is...
She dips her head down, like looking at the floor, and then raises it after a few moments of pondering. It is time that we end this story, no matter the cost. And that is where we'll take our mid-session break, everybody. So we'll be back here in about 20-ish minutes, everyone. While we take our little mid-session break, a little breaky break. And if you're just now joining us, don't forget that we have all of our recorded sessions on our YouTube channel and the podcast network, wherever you get your podcast. You can just look up Prestige Encounters. It is uploaded the following Tuesday of our session at noon or one of those times, sometime in the afternoon. At
noon Eastern.
Noon Eastern. Following our campaign session. So everybody, you can come and watch these recorded sessions. But if you're watching one of the recorded sessions or listening to one of the recorded sessions right now, don't forget that we are live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday, almost every Wednesday, here at twitch.tv/Lich Souls. And if you're like, hey, this is a really cool story that I'm listening to right now. I wish I were here for the beginning. Guess what?
Well, now you can be.
Now you can be. And August, what is it, guys? 28th?
28th.
August 28th, a whole new story is starting. Continuing off of the events of this one. I said the choices that this party makes can forever affect how this world will progress. and now you're seeing the choices that they can make, and that is where we're going to continue off the story. We don't know how long after or before the events of this campaign take place, but we will see August 20th as we begin Prestige Encounters Campaign 3. And
We're gonna destroy everything.
we will see you here all momentarily. We'll be right back. Enjoy these messages. And welcome back, everyone. So where we last left off, the party had just finished talking to the queen about what steps to take next, and Lord Minorialis was planning on getting them all to Port Capero in the Caliban Empire, which is a place in our campaign that we have not ventured to yet.
Yes, but we have a promise to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Casimir looks at Tora. Your Majesty, for us to survive our endeavor, we had to make a promise and bring something to you.
I will present the crown. This crown.
She'll observe it, and it's quite beautiful.
Yes, he said that when the one who wore it before sees it and puts it on, she will become what she once was. Who were you before you became the Queen of Rivermore?
She looks at you. I'm not sure what you mean.
Which of the demon lords was it that we spoke to? It was
The
Pride.
Demon Lord of Pride, who is known as... I totally have them
fancy one.
all memorized. The Demon Lord of Pride. Oh my god, where is he? Hold on.
Oriana.
Oriana, yep.
Oriana said that we were to bring this back to you.
I feel like I know this crown.
We were not told that we had to make you wear it just to give it to you, but beware.
She'll get up
Because
from the chair and begin to walk towards it, as if in a trance.
You're
wouldn't-
supposed to make her remember.
you were not before what you are now.
I have a feeling she genuinely doesn't remember.
What's the reaction of other people in the room? Anyone who
Amoral
wouldn't.
is kind of leaning on the edge of his chair, like his elbows on his knees, studying closely. Minorials is currently filing his fingernails.
He didn't give us the old name, did he?
She'll take another step towards Tora.
I mean, if she attempts to take the crown, then I'm not gonna
have a
stop her.
distant memory.
There's a dark goddess missing. She became a queen.
She'll take out both hands and reach for the crown. And she's never worn a crown before.
Oh.
She has never once had a tiara or anything upon her head whenever you've met her, because she's never met you in capacity as Queen of Rivermore, simply as the leader of this group of people trying to defeat the Covenant and protect this continent.
You have a choice.
Gonna go to place it upon her head.
I'm not gonna stop her.
Roll initiative.
I don't know if we can stop her.
I want to see myself.
Your Majesty, do you knowingly do this? He looks to the
Make
other
an insight
advisor.
check.
Insight. I'm really good at that. I'm not good at that.
I'll
It's a
assist.
15.
Alright.
It
I got a
seems
17.
as if she is in a trance of some sort. Her eyes are fixated on this crown as she goes and begins to lift it up onto her head and begins to place it down. They've glazed over almost as she mutters about this lost memory. This thing.
Yeah.
She knows this. Think of oh, I don't know actually. And as she placed it upon her head, there is a flash of light and this wave of energy that shoots out. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please.
Like,
Oh boy, what are we doing?
oh, I have.
24.
Is this +5 from?
You are in range of Pudak, you would get +5.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Yeah, oh, that's actually helpful.
Yeah, that's
I rolled a
12.
12.
20.
I got a 12 as well.
21.
This is like that scene where a wave of energy passes from a certain character as he's struck down in a book, got turned into movies. No.
Wow, specific.
Yes. There's something about a lord of ring.
A little
Put it
of
while you're
something.
ahead.
Of something.
Put it while you're ahead. So everyone except for Zulkifli, Mordecai, Casimir, and Pudak are knocked back. You're knocked back against the wall, table, chair, whatever you're sitting next to for just a moment. And those who are left standing see the queen. But rather than her raven black hair, it is there are streaks of white throughout it. There is this glowing purple to her eyes as this crown has been placed upon her head. Her dress has changed to be looks sort of like a dress made of scale mail almost. There's this design of scales that kind of catch the light in a way that reflect back silver despite them being black, with this kind of clawed what am I trying to say? What's the thing that's on your shoulders? There's armor on your shoulders that is like
Pauldrons.
yeah, silver in the shape of claws, although you don't know which kind of animal they may belong to. And she looks at her hands, these long nails perfectly filed. This form was taken from me so long ago.
Michael?
She looks up at you. Yes, Caleb.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you,
For this-
you know you're not. Go.
For this, it appears she's attuned to this helmet. Or tiara, sorry.
There's no like attunement, but what do you?
Because Greater Restoration, I can remove a curse. Including one's
make an
attunement
Arcana
to a
check.
cursed object.
I think we just removed a curse.
It's a 10.
This does not appear to be a curse.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
We were told it would bring back her true form.
I was betrayed. But now I'm back.
And we're trying to figure out if that's a good thing.
But you do look healthy.
There
do like
is
the white.
this fearsome beauty to her. While she was beautiful before, this is scary beautiful. Like you're looking into a void, like the unknown feeling of what comes after when you die. in your current life,
Ooh.
in your real life. There's beauty in death, but terrifying to think about because nobody really knows what comes when the darkness falls and you take your last breath. Do we?
No. For me, it was just more darkness.
I meant in real life, but that's cool.
You thought you were watching D&D? Welcome to Philosophy 101.
You ever wonder why we're here?
All the time.
God damn it.
Who are you?
Good
Good
point.
morning, Zell. I will spell that for you and put it in chat.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't think we learned that name before.
And what is your title?
I once was Queen of the Hells, ruler of all of the demon lords.
You said somebody betrayed you. Who was it?
They acted in secrecy when my back was turned. There is a shimmer as two entities appear alongside her. The first you recognize to be Orionona, the demon lord of pride. Oriona, yeah. My queen, so wonderful to have you back within our ranks. I was seeking you for so long and I had no way of reaching you. But here you are. Thankfully to these wonderful followers of yours, I assure you. The other, only one of you have seen in their mind, and others have seen them as kind of this amalgamation of mouths and eyes. However, this is the entity that currently communicates through Mordecai through his wand. He has no mouth,
And yet
and he
must scream.
has 3 eyes upon his head. And as he puts his hand up, there is a mouth into the back of his hand that opens with a smile.
Awkward.
My
So it's like
queen,
reverse pan.
it is so nice to see you. I was worried about the loss of your presence in the hells, and I assure you, my realm has been operating the same that you declared it shall before you took your absence. Bluegrad.
Put his name back down.
She said his name, Bluegrad. Blugarad. Anybody want to make a history check?
Yes,
Go ahead.
please.
Go ahead. Anybody who wants to make one?
I'm gonna get on that. It's about a fiend, right?
Yep,
So
it's about a fiend.
I get to do that with advantage because I'm like, oh my god, 19.
19.
All right, so
I
those of
rolled
you
a
got 19 would
19 as
immediately
well.
recognize this name as the Bluegarad is the demon prince of madness.
Oh, God.
24?
I grew weary of my life without you, and I must say, it was painful. It was. Sorry, I shall contain myself in my excitement.
I'll just look at Mordecai and go like, you know this guy?
We're
recognize Mordecai?
acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
I assure you, my ruler, our light and our stars, these mortals here mean you the most harm. And he points to Mordecai. That one
Oh,
has served me well. He has caused pain in this world in my name. Just a few weeks ago, he shattered the statue of a young Furbolg woman in order to gain more power for himself. This man knows no limits in order to achieve his goals. Oh dear Bluegarad, I believe that you just revealed an awful dark secret.
Sword pops into Casimir's hand.
Espen looks at Mordecai.
oh, I'm definitely drawn down.
Really, like, just poofs out of nowhere.
Is this the will of your dead god, Mordecai?
Anything to avenge him.
Anything to avenge a god that bears no hold on this world anymore.
Murdering innocents. What are you, me?
Good night, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry. Do you know how hard I worked to overcome the darkness inside of me?
You really need to walk in the light, my friends. This is getting out of hand.
Let's just say there's a reason I didn't want that wand anymore.
You were a fool to take it in the first place.
You were warned.
But, Nat, now that you three are here, you might want to help us get rid of Siege and Army. Like, you got some time?
Yeah. Your Majesty, you said that someone betrayed you.
Someone did.
Do you know who it is?
You said he stabbed you in the back.
All will be dealt with in due time. I must return home. I'm sure much has been left in disarray after these past few centuries.
Well, shit.
As she opens her arms, we'll hear Minorial, avert your eyes! And as you all cover your eyes, there is a bright flash as she vanishes from sight, revealing her true deity form for just a brief moment. Thankfully, not killing any of you. Much like how Kresna did when she teleported out of the underworld so many sessions ago.
Yeah.
And with that, she, Oriana, and our very own Lord of Madness, Bluegrad, are no longer within the halls of the Seekers. Previously known as the Hall of the Keepers.
Yeah.
What
Well-
did you do?
What I was asked.
I must say, some of the choices that you all made are royally fucked.
Yes.
That was not the time.
I am just
Is
simply
the-
seeing an observation.
Is the marking on my arm gone now?
It is fading away.
I don't think
Lovely
that
jubbly.
I don't think that was worth your soul, Tora.
I do not think
Well-
that a lot of things are worth your souls, but it appears that many of you, I would say actually more than half of you, do not have them in your possession.
Well,
I was hoping at least that we would have a moment to reason with her.
There is one way to plead to a god. I think you all know. You have done it before.
Well-
Prayer.
There you go, Mordecai.
I had to give you the answer before one of you gave me some dumbass response.
We are good at that.
I am well aware.
We're a
So-
bunch of fucking
Now
idiots.
that the queen is gone,
I guess it is up to us council members to oversee what happens in Rivermore until one of the queen's children come of age to where they can rule. It makes sense that she took in so many orphans and adopted them as her own. As you see, Mordenzel is the goddess of the underworld, not the underworld, the Nine Hells, and she is also seen as a keeper of murdered children. She does not wish for them to be murdered, but it is said that she was cursed to not have children of her own. So those poor souls that were lost at such a young age, she keeps in her palace. As children of her own.
She protects them. Another wrong we need to undo.
I don't get the gloomy thing. We just helped someone.
We just lost one of our chief allies.
I do not know if she was lost, as you did do her a great favor. But she is one of the new gods that you just learned about, so is she on your side?
We also learned that not all of the new gods sided the same.
Indeed.
This is true.
Let's hope that she was betrayed because she chose to side with Skade and Zulma. Either way, the queen is gone here, and the queen of the Hells is returned.
Justin and I will reassure that you have wards to protect your keep further.
You did not know about what she was before?
I did not. I simply knew that she was immortal and powerful. What was I supposed to do?
Well, I suppose her aversion to many of the magics she hated. I suspect that was that her rebelling against her own nature?
All things
Yeah.
are related, I'm sure.
If that was her nature, what about her children?
Her children were the ones she saved.
Well, maybe she reminds our kindness and comes back and helps us a little bit.
Yeah. We have no time to reconsider our misdeed. We need to push on.
Minorialis, we must go to Port Deborah. Can you help us?
Ah, well, I thought you would never ask. Of course, I can, my friend.
No, asking already 3 times already.
Yeah. And in exchange, you can have Tora's soul.
What? No.
No, we're not selling it again that cheap.
Or you can marry Tora. I mean, he seems like a very spry, horny man.
That was uncalled for.
What?
What is?
The spry or horny?
No, if you want to make fun of someone, it has to be Mordecai because he's been killing innocent.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
From all the bunch, Tora is probably one of the good guys here.
I'm not saying.
Exactly. Thank you, Pudak.
Tora and I are horn bros, so, you know.
I don't want to be any pie or horny little weird horns thing that you ever use going, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make a joke to alleviate the
I see
horror.
no problem. We're not breaking any of my tenants here, so I'm fine.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, are you all ready now?
We're waiting for you.
Well, I was waiting on you.
Okay,
Ah.
then
Is everyone ready? Aspen, any?
Well, we
Any
have to walk
doubts?
to my house anyway, so it's fine that we're already walking. This is fine.
Yeah.
I suppose I will attune to this shield when we're already there.
Yeah. Tora, can you attune to the headwear thing and?
no, didn't we say you wanted to use globe for Tuzzle? Talk
Right.
for
We still need to. Now that you know,
or Tora do both. Be smart and talk to globe.
No can do.
and only those of who wield magic can use the globe, right?
I don't
No.
believe so.
No. Oh,
No,
Anyone
then
can tune to
I'll
it.
I'll attempt it then.
Okay.
that works.
You don't have to use magic? Well, shit.
Where's
she? Why did you say so?
You can talk to your girlfriend.
God damn it!
Oh, Lord.
You know what, girlfriend?
Wait, which one?
That's good point.
Let's keep that on the.
If we have time, I think I want to tune too. I want to call Queen. Space elves, you already forgot.
What are you?
Oh, that queen.
Here. Only one person's going to attune to the orb.
We got time.
No, we're going. We're traveling. We're walking to Lord Royale's house, and I don't think it's an hour. But
No, I don't mean while talking. I mean when we still got like what was it, 1 month, 2 months to kick everybody's ass. So there's time to do this.
I don't think we should waste time.
We're not wasting.
Just in the process of finishing up other things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to take one stop at this stall. It looks quite interesting. And he's gonna walk over to. Yo, man, I'm so happy you stopped by. It's totally awesome. A wrinkle will appear on his face as this cart is driven by 2 capybaras, quite large in their size.
Wait, is this the dude?
Yeah, man, I'm the dude.
How old does he look now?
Oh, he is basically a walking corpse at this point. He,
Like, there's, like,
he has a
visible holes in
geriatric
his
on
limbs.
wheels.
Frame of reference,
Ooh.
everyone. The more you make him talk, the more he ages. Mordecai, shut up.
But I'm immortal, man. You don't gotta worry about that. A hair will fall out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shit. That's crazy.
You think you would use less words. Anyway, so let's... Menorias, you're buying something from this wonderful shopsman.
I'm sorry, could you tell me about the origins of this ring? Yeah, man, so like it was found by me when I was traveling alongside the road. More wrinkles, more hair. One of his fingernails pops off. And it was really cool. And I was sitting here walking in Willowward, and I thought it was the coolest freaking ring I ever saw, dude. And then, like, I asked him what kind of silver, and you would not believe this man had 7 children. And it just, yeah, I'm good. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, okay, man, I'll be here.
God damn it!
Wait, just to make sure, was his name Laramie?
No, man, my name is Atticus Filkendor.
No,
No,
I
no.
mean the guy of the ring.
What?
The guy with the 7 children you just said.
Oh, yeah, no, his name was Tom.
Oh,
I'd love to meet Tom.
It was short for Timaeus.
Good. We don't want you to die, so good day, sir. Or how would you probably cowabunga or something?
But you can say goodbye with a nod. You don't have to say any words.
Oh, man. That's so interesting. That man is cursed with every time he speaks, he ages.
We're aware.
yes.
Oh, I mean, I can cure it, but it seems like he's perfectly happy with his life. Anyway, moving
Yeah.
on.
Astra definitely tried to kill him for that capybara. I don't know if we all remember that.
You said
I do.
cure
Oh,
him.
I remember.
But as you guys walk through town, like another 10 minutes, you get to Menorial's home within your city of Seeker's Rest. And walking in, he's like, Partherion, my darling, I'm home. As this little fairy dragon flies over and rests in his hands. Oh, who's been a good boy? That's it. Little puffs of smoke come out from Partherion as it's enjoying the little scratches. All right, let's get you on over to Port Garpud. Would you like some tea before you go?
Do we got time for tea?
Probably
Take
not.
some time.
One cup
Then-
never hurt nobody.
You said you had to attune to some things. I assume
Take
that
some
you would
time.
like some
As-
tea.
Unless
Yeah,
you throw it
Aspen.
in harbor.
You
Does
can
this
work on your
tea
ship.
make up for the murder of an innocent?
I didn't murder anybody.
No.
No, but he did.
In which case,
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Casper's gonna need a
We've
whole
all done
cabin.
it once.
No, I have not murdered an innocent person. Not with the intention of doing so.
Mm-hmm. Let it all out, Aspen.
Intentions. It happens.
I don't
Intention is the most important part, Mordecai.
I don't think we actually want him to go all out. I think we'd all die here.
I'm sorry. I distinctly remember a time when you all told me that your sister cooked a tabaxi cook alive.
Who was attacking her? But yeah.
In which case, it was self-defense, so
I mean,
justified.
the innocents I murdered, I didn't think were innocents at the time,
Mm.
but it doesn't make up for it. It was
No.
still, to
Absolutely.
slaughter
Yeah, I
women
get
and children.
it.
Yeah.
See, mine wasn't a child.
She was not an
Don't
adult.
make it any better.
Oh, well, then it's fine.
We're codifying our sins.
She wasn't an adult, Mordecai.
Oh, so it was a teenager? Oh, they're the worst. It's fine then.
Yeah, like
Y'all are
Come on.
terrible.
Casimir cast message into at Mordecai, just whispering murderer, murderer, murderer repeatedly for
25
about a minute.
times? Oh my god, you're the worst.
Yeah.
can I just?
He crosses the room to make sure. You can speak back too, but it just keeps coming.
It don't stop coming in the...
I'm just gonna message back. Pain, 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 pain.
Fireball.
Explodes.
So you both got out copper wire to do some stuff?
No, he could talk back because it's a two-way connection.
Okay.
I also have it. For,
But you're very intently looking at each other and having this like,
For like across the room.
guys, you really need to stop this. Everybody's done some shit. You need some repenting, and you need some repenting too. So
Yes. I do appreciate Mordecai and everybody else here for helping me with my journey and whatnot, but I do hope that the murder of one of my people sticks on your conscience, Mordecai,
Mhm.
especially in your fruitless venture to revive a god that will never be the same.
see, that's what I'm talking about. We need group cohesion to fight evil bad person, remember? So if you now start distrusting other person because of some shit he's done, and I'm just saying you all have done some shit, Just want to point out.
I
The
got
god.
it. Chamomile. That's what we need. I need
The
to use
god of
certification.
madness. The god of madness had you do this on purpose, Mordecai.
He shrugs.
a favor for a
Aspen's gonna cast detect thoughts on him.
Ooh, what are your surface level thoughts, Mordecai?
Just here.
Yeah, in response to the he had you do it on purpose.
Not a single thought behind this.
A favor for a favor. A trade's a trade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the madness guy wanted the life and you wanted some power. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, it's still wrong. But again,
Are you
you've done
warlock
enough. Sorry, say that again.
Minorialis will come back. honestly, I just think that you need to go light a few candles, go to a temple, light a few candles, say like 10 Hail Kresnas, and I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be set square.
The gods don't mean shit to me.
He's got you.
Yeah.
And like a Hail Silnor would work. Come on, respect him.
I respect the fact that he tried to help us.
He's a good guy. He should come back then.
He was, maybe, except for the fact that he claimed the power of creation, betrayed the one who created the world, and sealed away that creation so that he could use it at his whim instead of choosing a better path.
Like, it's just a change in management. Like,
this is not so simple as that. My family was murdered because I look this way by the kingdom that worshipped your god.
That's unfortunate.
It is. It's the formative memory of my life. Everything that set me to become the horrible person I am was caused by the disdain of the gifted of the Celestials to someone looking a little infernal. And I hate the gods.
I think we're having a hard time connecting because I was brought up hating infernals. So I don't understand where you're coming from.
You can understand a little boy having the only people in the world that ever mattered murdered, and everyone else he knew murdered because he was born with horns and wings. That's kind of simple. I mean, I wanted revenge on everything.
An infernal's an infernal.
Is it really that simple to you, Mordecai?
I mean, I'm coming to understand that there's more complex outlooks on these things. But yeah.
An infernal's an infernal.
There's
And
light in...
even if you hate them, even if they're terrible, it's okay to trust one if it means bringing back a god.
Like I said, some sacrifices are necessary.
So, because of Aspen and Astra, was able to change myself from a man filled with hate to a man who aimed to do better. Not because I wanted it for myself or for my vengeance, but because I saw through them that there were things worth fighting for more than my goals.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Tora, do you take cream and sugar?
Yes, I do. Please.
You came
Thank you.
into this.
Oh, me too, please.
You came into this trying to bring back a god who died. And you are still more focused on bringing back Sealnor than making a better world.
Whose world is better? You say make a better world, but isn't that what they were trying to do originally?
That's what they claimed. And I'm sure some of the gods meant it. And I'm sure part of Sealnor was good.
So then who's going to lead this better world that you're claiming? Who's making it?
Well, who's to say the gods get to decide?
Who's to say we get to decide?
Because we live in this goddamn world.
You thought you were playing D&D. Welcome to Philosophy 101.
No. This
That's 102.
This shit is advanced. This is 102.
Do the gods not inhabit the planes the same way we do? Sure,
The
to a
gods-
greater extent, but
It's not that specific. You see, there's a lot of magic explanation here that I can go on about, but you guys continue.
Yeah, the new gods, the ones who rule us now, they were us once compared to Zulna and Skade.
Yes.
And they decided they wanted to take the reins of creation for themselves. And Zulna and Skade did not want the power of creation used for selfish reasons.
And I'm just saying, by doing what you're saying and taking the power of creation for ourselves to make this better world, are we not just repeating the cycle? Are we just not the next phase in this?
The only better world is one where people don't die in the tens of thousands because the gods want to play a game.
But isn't that the purpose of life? This march towards death? The cycle must continue.
And the cycle will continue.
Not so much the march towards death, but it's what you do with that life toward that march, during that march.
I see. Magic is used to go against the order of all things.
Yeah, the point. Yeah, point of living is live glorious life.
The point of living is to do good by others and yourself.
Who decides what's good?
Right now, the gods.
So aren't you still living by their rules?
That's the problem.
That's what we fight for.
Why continue the cycle when I'm just saying leave it the way it was?
You just
The way it is?
Yeah.
The way
Why?
it is means your god's dead.
And maybe I might not be able to bring him back, but I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can for what I believe to be good, for what I believe to be just and right.
Exactly.
When a god such as the one that you worship views things on such a general scale, do you think he will take pity on you after you've poisoned yourself?
Maybe
even
not.
if you bring him back.
But as I've said, sacrifices must be made.
That's why my family's dead.
If my life is just one part of this march towards it, so be it. But I'm gonna do everything I can.
I suppose your will is your will, but I expect you, if you are journeying alongside us, not to make any more decisions like the one you did.
I'll try to be more compassionate.
No more secret keeping among us.
And that goes both ways.
I'm not keeping anything from you all.
I've spoken more truths to you than you deserve. And put
Who
out
did-
shiny.
Who did you say made these biscuits? They are very tasty.
Oh, you know, it's one of my servants. They're a goblin, but quite esteemed in their ways.
Could I take a few with me?
Of course.
Good point. Спасибо. So, you guys back on same page?
I think we're heading towards the same destination, but I think there will be a pivotal moment that will decide whether we are all seeking the same end. Roll credits!
Good night, everybody.
I love how you all knew exactly what I meant by that. He said the thing. thing.
He's got it.
And how the tea tastes is a story for another day, I think. But
Actually,
Yeah, Michael, can
No,
we
I-
get an analysis of like what this tea is?
How the cookie
have y'all
crumbles.
never had Earl Grey tea before?
You said
Is it Earl
chamomile.
Grey?
You said chamomile to begin
chamomile.
with.
Have you guys ever had chamomile before?
No.
Y'all and your freaking
drinking
English
chamomile.
breakfast Arizona tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Casimir goes to Murray House before we go. Hey, we need a bunch of healing potions.
So
That's some nice
I will
chamomile.
say, this conversation does take around 2 hours, giving people time to attune to their magic items as you rest. I don't think anybody here needs a short rest, but you can count as a short rest if you have a need on your character sheets for one.
Fair enough.
I will say,
Sure.
because this I guess changes Aspen visually. Because of the attunement, Aspen will be unattuning from the cloak of mycelium.
Oh no.
So he is now a cloakless druid with a sickle and a shield.
I'm sure he's still wearing it, just not.
Yeah,
not
he-
Yeah, you can
attuned.
wear it for like fashion reasons. Like
It
sometimes
could,
wear
but, like-
sunglasses and it's not even sunny out. Anyway. It's important to know. So as Minorial steps up and opens the door that is a portal between multiple places in the prime material plane, revealing the crowded port streets of Port Capullo, what happens next is a story for another time.
One of these times you're gonna have to say a story for right now.
So thank you so much, everybody, as we have 5 more sessions to bring a conclusion to this story. And don't forget that August 14th, the story goes, the session goes until it's completed. So everyone, stick around as we continue on with that. And massive lore dump today. Absolutely massive
Yeah, too much if you ask me.
dump of the lore variety. Sorry. So, and I know what I said. I said it on purpose. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to Aspen, who's played by Jeremiah.
Wonderful, wonderful session. A lot of interesting stuff happened. Got that shield finally. Very interesting kit Aspen has right now. His armor class is 22. But
Better than mine.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, like the queen is completely different now. I had a feeling that something like that would happen. Yeah, just a lot of shit could go a lot of different ways as we're closing in. But yeah, I'm excited. And with that, I'll pass it over to Noah.
An eventful one. Certainly new information to take on board. Possibly the first time I've had a Whispers conversation, I think. I've usually been on the other side of that muted headphones. Kind of nice. Yeah, very interesting. Thanks, as always, to Michael for keeping the story going. Gotta say, totally on my mind to bring up the whole, we gotta go and find the blood curse binding thing. So I'm actually kind of glad that Gargama seemed to be on the same wavelength. Yeah, and with that, Quentin, how was your session?
Geez, my session. Where to begin? Actually, where do I begin? Holy shit. Yeah, massive lore dump. That just threw us all for a loop, I would say. But yeah, great session all around. It was nice to, not have just 1 HP anymore and like be fearful for my life. Like I stubbed my toe and all of a sudden I'm dead again. But yeah, great session all around. And of course, thank you to everyone who was chatting it up in chat tonight. And speaking of wonderful lore dumps and RPing and everything, thank you to our wonderful players for bringing such a wonderful story to life. And speaking of wonderful stories, thank you to our wonderful DM, Michael, for putting it together for us and bringing us here every week. So, yeah, that's all I got. So, Guy, want to take it away?
Yeah, that was a lot. I love a session that defies expectations. The lore dump was exactly as epic as I was kind of hoping it would be as we were leading into it. The change in the queen was not how I expected it to go, but kind of brilliant and kind of an awesome little twist. You know, the Seekers continue to fuck everything up while hopefully making things better. And having a legitimate struggle in the party is not something we've really seen in a while. A conflict to create future drama, maybe. Yeah, to say I'm really looking forward to seeing what Michael crafts for us going forward as we finish up the story. And I look forward to seeing what happens with Mordecai, played by Caleb.
Yeah. So this is definitely becoming really interesting, and as it was said, there's a lot of different ways this can go. I find it interesting that the closer we get to the finale, the more options that we have, and how widely one choice at this point can totally change the outcome. I wasn't quite expecting you to dump as much lore as you did. Have to say that kind of threw me for a curveball there, but you know, it's to be expected. It's to be expected in moments like this. Gotta add some tension to it. With that, I'll pass it over to Pudak, or to Killian, who plays Pudak.
Yeah, same for me. Very great game today. That lore dump, I finally understood some stuff of the bigger picture, so I really love that. The same with the queen. Fucking awesome. Make her demon. Let her go home. So good. And yeah, this was a good example of how to have tension with characters, but not with players. So take that as a good example on how to have that, especially with the minor detail of you want the tea, we want the biscuits, just in between.
Lightens the mood.
It just fits. So very cool game. Josh, go ahead.
Oh boy, it's getting interesting. We're nearly there. But today, Tora teleported to the wrong place and turned the quick. So
0 for 2 today.
0 for 2 today on Tora, man. He's having it rough, but he's trying. And I don't know. There's a lot of decisions we gotta make. Oh boy, I'm scared. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, with that, I'll pass it back to our wonderful DM, Michael.
Oh boy! All right, well, thank you so much there, Tora, and everybody else for being part of tonight's session. And thank you to everybody who was in chat as well. It's always great having y'all here. Don't forget that we are live the next 5 weeks as we conclude this campaign at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/lichsouls. But that's not the only thing that we play. We also play Dead by Daylight, RuneScape. We're bringing back Sea of Thieves, and we have some really cool other concepts that are going to be popping up in the Discord as well. But not all of our events are streamed. We are going to be bringing back our community game nights. So be sure to be in our Discord for all of that. lichsouls.com/Discord. You can use the command !Discord in our chat for a link. And yeah. So everybody, without further ado, I have nothing else other than to say see you next week. Bye.
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 Und gute Nacht.
Bye-bye.